Okay, so the last video was a bit of a disaster. Well, this time I'm gonna try doing an impromptu speaking session. Okay, so I have a website open in front of me, which is called impromptugenerator.com, which is gonna generate a random topic that I could speak on it for 1, 3, or 5 minutes. It also gives you a timer. So I'll use this website to generate a topic, and I'll use a timer from this website as well. Let me hit generate topic. Talk about someone who inspires you and why. Interesting. I'll take a moment to think about this, right? Actually, I'm gonna write it down. Okay, I think I took roughly a minute to jot down a few points that I'll be using in my speech. Okay, so I'm gonna speak on this topic for 1 minute, and let's see how this goes. Okay, 3. I haven't done any preparation, haven't written down any sentence. It's just a few words listed on my notebook. I'm actually going to show you. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to speak on this topic right now. Talk about someone who inspires you and why. Let's go. So when I think about... Oh, someone just knocked on my door. Let me just restart my timer. So when I first read this title, the first person that came to my mind was a guy named Simon Sinek. He's someone that I look up to. I came across this man on podcasts on YouTube because I wanted to learn more about teamwork and leadership, and the algorithm happened to show me content from this guy. So he's known for talking about leadership and teamwork, and not only in the professional world, but in... Wow, what a complete failure again. 1 minute is already over. You know what? I'm gonna redo this. Let's run this back. Stop timer. Should I speak on it for 3 minutes? You know what? Let me make it a little less difficult for myself and do a 3-minute session. I'm so terrible at it, at doing this. It's my first time recording myself doing impromptu speaking, so 3 minutes would be the time I'll be speaking for. So when I think about someone who inspires me, the first human being that comes to mind is a guy named Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek is... I'm not sure what his profession is, but I follow him on YouTube because I don't use any other social media platforms. He's an absolutely great speaker. I think one of the first videos that I watched of Simon Sinek was a TED Talk that he did on life and purpose. And that was very inspiring. And so I started looking for more content. And I came across the fact that he's also an author. And one of his books is titled Start With Why. And that really inspired me to think in a different way, because it is always important to ask why questions. We always think about what to do, how to do, but it all ultimately starts with why. And so when I watched his TED Talk, that's what it made me understand, that asking why questions is so essential, and it adds meaning and purpose to our decisions in our day-to-day lives and just whatever we do in our lives. He also talks a lot about teamwork, leadership, togetherness, not only in the professional world, but also in your personal space amongst family members and your friends, and wherever you go. I also like how he takes examples of people from the military and from the Marine, because they are probably one of the best examples of working together as a team. And he also talks a lot about them because of the leader and team dynamic that takes place in the military and the Marine. Really interesting. I also recently got one of his books from a book fair that I visited recently, a couple of weeks ago, and it is titled Leaders Eat Last. It has been on my wish list for a long time, but I'm so happy to finally get my hands on that book. And yeah, that's why I love Simon Sinek. And that's about it. Actually, no, I'm not gonna stop the video. I'm gonna stop the timer. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, I can't wait to watch this video and see how I did on my second impromptu speaking, which was of 3 minutes. When I was doing the impromptu speaking, someone was knocking at my door for like 10 seconds, and that kind of interrupted my flow. But I'm just gonna stop the video here and just go check who was knocking at my door. Yeah, I think I should do this sort of stuff more often, and can't wait to see how I improve on this, right? Yeah, gonna cut the video right now. Talk to you later.